The best way to predict the future is to create it. Government of the people, by the people, for the people shall not perish from the earth. Whatever you are, be a good one. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Character is like a tree, and reputation its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is, and the tree is the real thing. I do the very best I know how. The very best I can, and I mean to keep doing so until the end. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. Tact is the ability to describe others as they see themselves. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I walk slowly, but I never walk backward. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. If I were two-faced, would I be wearing this one? Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. I destroy my enemies when I make them my friends. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. A house divided against itself cannot stand. The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. You have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was. Stand with anybody that stands right. Stand with him while he is right and part with him when he goes wrong. Let not him who is houseless pull down the house of another. I care not much for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. You cannot build character and courage by taking away people's initiative and independence. To ease another's heartache is to forget one's own. You cannot help men permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. Important principles may and must be inflexible. The people will save their government if the government itself will allow them. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. I never had a policy. I have just tried to do my very best each and every day. Adhere to your purpose, and you will soon feel as well as you ever did. The best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. All I have learned, I learned from books. My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of Earth. You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. A capacity and taste for reading gives access to whatever has already been discovered by others. I am nothing, but truth is everything. There is no grievance that is a fit object of redress by mob law. Let every American, every lover of liberty, swear by the blood of the revolution never to violate the laws of the country. We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. The better part of one's life consists of his friendships. Marriage is neither heaven nor hell. It is simply purgatory. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. If slavery is not wrong, nothing is wrong. In giving freedom to the slave, we assure freedom to the free. Let us have faith that right makes might. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. Everybody likes a compliment. Every blade of grass is a study. And to produce two, where there was but one, is both a profit and a pleasure. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. Don't interfere with anything in the Constitution. That must be maintained, for it is the only safeguard of our liberties. I laugh because I must not cry. The way for a young man to rise is to improve himself every way he can. The strength of a nation lies in the homes of its people. I remember my mother's prayers, and they have always followed me. I am nothing but a simple man who cares about freedom. With malice toward none, with charity for all. Force is all-conquering, but its victories are short-lived. My concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side. The probability that we may fall in the struggle ought not to deter us. Let us stand together to fight against injustice. Kindness is the only service that will stand the storm of life. I never tried to play on the soft side of people. I believe in strength and unity. A person who has no vices usually has few virtues. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. Actions speak louder than words. Happiness is not the absence of conflict, but the ability to deal with it. Perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did. Every man has a right to rise as far as his talent and hard work will take him. Let us have faith in the enduring capacity of liberty. I live to fight for equality and freedom. Those who labor in the field of freedom reap its greatest rewards. Teach the children, so it will not be necessary to teach the adults. If there is anything that a man can do well, I say let him do it. Loyalty to the country always. Loyalty to the government when it deserves it. Do good to those around you without expectation. I am a firm believer in the power of patience. No man stands so tall as when he stoops to help a child. When you make it to the top, remember to send the elevator down for others. I believe in hard work, honesty, and fairness. The truth will always prevail over lies. Freedom is the birthright of every human being.